can't keep getting away with this. How much more do we have to put up with this every freaking October? It's the same story. Aaron Boone does something stupid every October. How? It's a gift. His ace was on the mound pitching a hell of a game. A 4-hit shutout over 7 1/3 innings. It was only 101 pitches, 102 pitches. 1 out into the 7th. No one on base. Try and get through the 7th. Come on. Take it batter by batter. Go another batter. You gotta have faith in your ace. What did Alex Cora do? Anyone who disagrees, what did Alex Cora do? I'm listening. What did Alex Cora do? I'll tell you what Alex Cora did. Alex Cora had faith in his ace. That's the difference. That's what a good manager does. He has faith in his ace. Boone has faith in the computer. That's it. That's it. That's the difference. Manage with your gut, man. It's the postseason. Manage with your gut. God damn. I'm going to pull up this tweet here from a very respected baseball writer. Here it is right here. Gary Myers, New York Daily News, former New York Daily News writer. Yankees just showed everything that is wrong with baseball. Max Fried had a 4-hit shutout with 1 out in the 7th through only 102 pitches. Boone takes him out with a 1-zip lead, brings in Weaver. 3 batters later, it's 2-1. The computer must have said to take out Fried. That's the difference. That's the difference. Shout out to him. Exactly, Healing Man's Heart. Cora had faith in his ace. That's the difference. How many salute to Hold My Beer, not seeing in a while, but hold my pitches. How many pitches did you want him to throw? Well, I don't need him. It's only going to take him 50 pitches to get at least another batter. You got to have faith in your ace, man. Who would you prefer on the mound? Weaver, who has been hugely problematic post-July, hugely problematic, or your ace, who's pitching a shutout? Who would you prefer? There has to be better options. There were better options there. There was Cruz. There was Williams. There are better options there. You didn't need to go to Weaver. Definitely not Weaver. Exactly. Weaver was the wrong call. So even if you say, okay, Boone should have taken him out after 102 pitches, he still got the call wrong because he went with a wrong bullpen arm. Weaver throws a straight, flat fastball. What a difference that is for Boston. That's a reprieve for Boston. Instead of Fried's pitches that were moving all over the place, they couldn't get a handle on anything, then you go Weaver come in and throwing through flat fastballs. What an absolute reprieve for Boston. That was a stupid call from a stupid manager. And once again, Alex Cora manages the shit out of Aaron Boone. Once again. Boone got it wrong, man. I just can't keep doing it with this guy, man. I just can't keep doing it with this guy. Every October, He does something irretrievably stupider than he did the previous October. It's just frustrating to have to do this every single year. This team is stacked, man. This team is stacked. This team is stacked. And they still come up short. The chances of the Yankees coming back are remote when you look at the past history of teams that go one zip down in the wild card. You've handed a huge break to Boston. Now, I'm not counting these Yankees out because I do think this Yankee team is stacked. This Yankee team is stacked, man. But they're up against it. Their backs are against the wall. They got to go all out. John Doe in the chat, salute. Yankees' only run was a home run. Can't play small ball. Bullpen is awful. They don't deserve to win. It was an awful performance. Awful. Just awful. I mean, I'm going to get into the rest of the team, absolutely, because everyone is culpable to some extent, apart from Fried and Volpe. But I'm sorry, it starts with your manager. It starts with your manager. Here's the thing about Aaron Boone, man. Not only does he only really read what the computer tells him to do, he manages to find ways of blowing games when it's kind of set up for you. That game was set up for him. Max Fried was pitching a shutout through into the 7th inning in game 1 of a playoff game. That's a dream. That is a dream scenario. And you got Bednar in the 9th. So you're really only asked to navigate the 8th and 2 outs in the 7th. All you really need to do is navigate those 5 outs. Then you can hand the ball to Bednar. That's how the game was set up for him. And he managed just to fucking screw it up. Right off the bat. That's a gift. That is a gift. It's not a good gift, but it's a gift nonetheless. How does he do it? I would find it a lot more understandable if Aaron Boone was having to scramble, say, in the 5th inning because Fried maybe struggled or whatever. Yeah, if he had to scramble about and pull together a game and it worked out like this, then all right, it is what it is. But when you got your ace pitching a shutout under no duress, no problems, and you still find a way to lose that game, that says to me that your manager is not a very good fucking manager. Weaver was the wrong call. So even if you want to come to me and say how many more pitches do you want him to throw, he still made the wrong call. He made the wrong bullpen call. So yes, I'll say it again. Aaron Boone blew game 1. He blew it. And how many more times do we have to do this? This is the way the Yankees are, though, man. They've done this. They're the ones that are shooting themselves in the foot. The only thing that can stop the Yankees from going all the way to a World Series is themselves. They've done it all year. How many games have they blown this year? Jacob, I am pissed. And it is not Monday morning quarterback, because when they took out Freed, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't take out Freed. And that's why. Jesus Christ. He's just a tone deaf manager. He really is, man. He's just a tone deaf manager. He doesn't read the game. He doesn't see the game. He doesn't feel the game. You ride your ace. And if anyone disagrees with me, just look at the other manager, the other dugout. He rode Crochet by 120 pitches. Why? Because he's trying to win. That's how you win. What are you saving Freed for? Again, I ask you guys, what is he saving Freed for? What's he saving him for? You're not guaranteed the next series. He's not pitching game 3. So what are you saving him for? I'm not saying blow his arm out, but God, you can't have him throw another 10 pitches? What are you saving him for? This is the postseason. Real managers make their money by making the right decisions in October. And the right decision usually is trust your ace. Ride your ace. And by the way, he's done this in previous Octobers. He's done this with Garrett Cole. He has done this before with previous Octobers. He just keeps doing this. So this is not an isolated incident. This is not an incident where you just go, oh, well, maybe it just didn't quite work out. This is who Aaron Boone is. Remember that year we got swept in the ALCS against the Astros? What did he do? He took out Garrett Cole too early. He keeps doing this, guys. What's going on, Spurs Yankee fan? Dude, I am so angry. I am so angry too. Why didn't you leave him in? Because he's a fucking moron. Yes, he has done this with Garrett Cole. This is absolutely Boone's fault. Shout out to Spurs Yankee fan. This guy is cooking. I'm sick of this. There's no argument to say that Aaron Boone didn't blow game 1, because he absolutely fundamentally did. He doesn't trust his ace. What the fuck? When are you going to trust him then? The guy's pitching a shutout through 7 1/3 innings. When are you going to trust him? Oh, he looked kind of tired. He looked a little tired. Motherfucker, this is it, man. Your season's on the line. Right. But probably got Joe Girardi fired by Mike Fishman. But you can't take him out at 102. Because, again, Alex Cora had his guy throw 115. And his guy was throwing 100-mile-an-hour, dotted them on the plate after throwing 115 pitches. You can still throw 115 pitches. He has all winner to rest. Exactly, Uncle Tats. He has all winner to rest. Jesus. Just so frustrating. He got that wrong. And he always gets it wrong. This is not an isolated incident. You name me a good postseason that Aaron Boone's managed. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, guys. Come on. I want to hear it. What was a good postseason that Aaron Boone managed? I'm waiting. Anyone? Come on. I'm fucking waiting. This is apparently the best manager. This is the manager where there's going to be a feeding frenzy, like fucking chum in the water for great white sharks. That's what it was going to be if Aaron Boone even touched free agency, according to Brian Cashman. This is our excellent manager. Okay, so our excellent manager, I'm waiting. What year did Aaron Boone have a really good postseason? He's been here forever. It's like 7 years, 8 years. Come on, guys. I'm waiting. Anyone in the chat? Give me one. No one yet has given me 1 year. No, 1 year. He fucked up the COVID season. He fucked up the ALCS. He fucked up the World Series last year. He fucked up his first year as manager against the Red Sox. He fucked up another wild card against the Red Sox. How many more years? I'm still waiting. Anybody? Anyone who's even has the balls to defend Aaron Boone, come to me again and tell me a really good postseason that Aaron Boone managed. You can't name me one. This guy's a bum. Sick of it. The Yankees win despite him. And I hope they continue to do so. I hope so. But they win in spite of him. They win in spite of him. Not because of him. Fucking Barney the dinosaur, my ass. Right. Now, isn't just Aaron Boone. Isn't just him. He's a big portion of it. I would say about at least 55% of it. Amen, man. Jorge Posada, give me him as manager. He would not put up with that shit. But at least 55% of it is Aaron Boone's fault. However, Mr. Luke Weaver here, Mr. Flat fucking Fastball over here, Mr. Flat Dick Fastball over here, Luke Weaver. He has been getting away with shit for too long, man. He has regressed massively since coming back from injury. He was not the guy to call up in that spot. You need to go with someone with a bit more movement. You've got to go with a splitter like Cruz. You've got to go with a little bit of a different call, man. You got to give the Red Sox a different look. You can't just give them a straight fastball throwing dude who has not been locating his pitches very well in months. Fuck it, just go with Devin Williams. Devin Williams looked fine. There were better options, man. Better, infinitely better options. He chose the wrong one. What up, Blaze? In crucial moments, they had never beaten the Red Sox before 2004. The Yankees lost their aura after that and became a punching bag, with teams no longer afraid to face them at Yankee Stadium. Exactly. I mean, did you hear what Alex Cora was saying, man? He says he loves playing in Yankee Stadium. It's great. He says that they're really good to him, great chefs, clubhouse is great, it's fantastic for a visitor. Well, that's really good. But how does that help the Yankees? Maybe it shouldn't be so fucking nice for the visitor. Maybe they shouldn't make Yankee Stadium a hotel for the visitor. Maybe they need to make it a little bit more intimidating. Jeez. But that aside, you are spot on. The Yankees have lost their aura. The aura is well past them. I mean, you could say 2004, but to be honest, I would say the aura went after, because they still kind of had that aura with Joe Girardi. They still had that aura after winning the championship. I would say the aura started to really fundamentally drop off. Tail end of Girardi, 2013, 2014. That's when things started to really drop standard wise. 2017 was great. But then you hire this guy, Mr. Boone, Mr. Bubbles. And I'm sorry, Mr. Bubbles is too nice. He has no aura. This team is too nice. You need to have a little bit more anger. You need to have a little bit more balls. You need a little bit more fight. You need a little bit more assholes in there. You need some fighters like Posada. They're just too nice. This team's far too nice, man. Too nice. Losing to the Red Sox should destroy. They should eat them up. They should be furious. They should be freaking kicking shit, man. They should be knocking over fucking coolers like Paul O'Neill. They should be fighting people like Jorge Posada. Like, you can't lose to the Red Sox. You can't. It's unacceptable. Not at Yankee Stadium. Can't do it. It's not. That has to stop. We're just too nice. Shout out to Fried, though, man. He brought it. Volpe kind of brought it. I can't believe I'm saying it, but Volpe actually brought it, man. He was intense. He was in it. He was into it. From the very first pitch, he was into it. Can't say the same for the rest of the guys. The lineup really, 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 really fucking royally screwed us. Royally screwed us. Now, I will say, I disagreed with the lineup. I didn't like the lineup. I didn't agree with the lineup. I didn't agree with Ben Rice sitting. I didn't agree with Jazz sitting. That just seemed like a freaking Mike Fishman special. How many times have you guys seen Ahmad Rosario play second base? I mean, he was fine, but how many times have you guys seen Ahmad Rosario play second base? Exactly. I just think that they got a little bit too cute. The lineup was absolutely fine as it was, man, with Trent Grisham leading off, with Ben Rice batting second, and Aaron Judge third, Big G4. That lineup has been cooking, Jazz batting fifth. That lineup has been cooking, man. I don't really know why you needed to get away from that. I didn't see the real reason. Like, I kind of saw the Ahmad Rosario thing. I kind of like that idea. But I would have had him play third. But I certainly would have had Ben Rice involved. But again, if you want to go back to why Aaron Boone is such a freaking moron, what about that at bat that Austin Wells had in the eighth inning? Where's Ben Rice? Why did Austin Wells get that at bat? Where is Ben Rice? He crushes lefties. Why was Ben Rice sitting? Pinch hit him. Everything that Boone touched was stupendously stupid. You go through it. Taking Fried out early. The lineup. That's two things already. It's just stupid. Then you go Weaver. Stupid. Then you stick with Wells in the eighth inning against Chapman when you had Ben Rice sitting there. Stupid. How many more times? It's just stupid from Aaron Boone. Got my boy here, Luca, all the way from Tennessee. Sup all. Game one was the tone setter. I think we're cooked. Fried was phenomenal, but we were outdone by Boone's incompetence. Big salute to you, man. Looking forward to covering the Knicks with you this year on your channel. Everyone sub up to Knicks Cast if you are a Knicks fan. I agree, Luca. Well, to be honest, statistically, the odds are not in our favor. I think was it like 90% of the teams that win Game 1 in the wild card go on to win the series. The Yankees are up against it. I'm not counting them out because there's a ton of talent sitting there, and the pitching matchup is kind of in our favor these next two games. But I'll tell you what, man, they've really put themselves up against it. Go hold my beer here saying Judge sucks in September, sucks in October too. I hate to say it, Jean Jacques, you're not wrong. Big G did let us down. That's the first time that I've seen Big G let us down. Like really genuinely let us down. That's the first time. I'm gonna let him off because every October he's just been a baller, man. I was expecting him to hit a grand slam to bail Aaron Boone out because that tends to be what Big G does. He couldn't do it this time. He struck out. I'm a Big G fan. Love the guy. I'll always back him up. Always support him. Always defend him. This occasion, he let us down. I think he'd say it himself. He had the game right there. Bases loaded. You got to do something. You got to hit a minimum sac fly. He hit in the double plays. He struck out. Killed us. Absolutely killed us. Judge did absolutely nothing apart from he did get a big single in the ninth inning, and he did make a great play in right field. I'm not sure how many right fielders would have made that play. That is a nice play. He saved a couple runs there, but definitely not the Aaron Judge we need. So absolutely, he is definitely not free of blame here. The rest of the lineup didn't show up, man. Wouldn't it be apropos if they win tomorrow and lose Thursday? Yep. Don't see that look. I'd rather get swept. Oh boy, getting swept would be. That has to come on. That has to be it for Aaron Boone if we get swept. Surely. I don't know, man. The Yankees didn't even lay a glove until the ninth inning. I don't even think they had runner in scoring position past the first inning until the ninth inning. Crochet was phenomenal, though, man. So for all my ranting and screaming, I have to give Crochet a hell of a lot of credit. He was fantastic. He really was. Like that was a big balls performance. Like he was still peppering 100-mile-an-hour fastballs right in the corner of the zones. Great location, right up after 115 pitches. That's wild. To be fair, I think he deserved the win. The way Aaron Boone managed, the Yankees didn't deserve it. The way that they just gave up in the seventh inning. How many pitches did they go out in? Like 7 pitches? That was it? Seventh inning, just 7 pitches, see you later, going home? Like they just weren't really competitive. Oh, Lucas says here, did you see Jazz turn his back to reporters when they asked him questions? Oh, Lord. Thanks, man. Yeah, send it over. Oh, my God. Jazz, man. Jazz needs to focus on the game. See, when he plays, he's great. But his behavior off the field really annoys me, man. Like, it's not cool. That's a problem. You can't turn your back. But he says a lot, man. He's always talking about how they're going to win the World Series and all that stuff. So probably didn't want to face up to the reality that the chances are slim now after that loss. So let's have a look and see what Mr. Bubbles had to say about about that disaster. Aaron Boone was asked about the Yankees facing an elimination game. We've been playing with a lot on the line seemingly every single day. We'll be ready to go, and I expect us to come out and get one tomorrow. Okay. That was not the worst thing that he said. He is actually technically right about that. That is spot on. He has been doing that. They have been doing that. Um, but this is something that I do have an issue with. Um, Boone discussed the decision to pull Max Fried up to six and a third innings. He said that I wanted to go out and him to go out and get Duran, and then I felt like we were lined up. Well, we weren't that lined up, were we? We weren't that lined up, were we, bro? He just doesn't manage with the kind of urgency that he needs. When you're the Yankee manager, you have to manage with some urgency. He just doesn't manage with urgency. Like seriously, what was he? What was he saving Max Fried for? He's not going to play the rest of the series. Max Fried was treating it like do or die. Ride your ace. He will carry you home. You blew this, Boone. You blew this. Max Fried handed you the game on a plate. All you had to do was take it. And he found a way to make the wrong decisions. Again. He put us in a tough spot at the start of the game with that lineup. I didn't like the lineup. I think it was too cute. I don't think he needed to play too cute. This lineup was absolutely mashing all month long with a lineup that you decided going into the wild card that you're just going to change completely. That didn't help. So I didn't like that. I didn't like taking Fried out after 102 pitches. Listen, that lineup was goofy. Yes. I didn't. I'm as Rosario batting fifth. What are we doing here? Love Rosario. Kind of think he made the right call having him play because he's great against lefties, but fifth? And where's Jazz? Where's Ben Rice? I think he was overthinking that, man. I think he overthought it. And not to have Ben Rice play at all, is absurd. It's so stupid. It was a completely all over the place decision. It really was. Ben Rice has caught Max Fried very well. Furthermore, Ben Rice has been outplaying Goldschmidt most of the year. You could have had Ben Rice play first base, or at the very bare minimum, have Ben Rice pinch hit instead of Wells in that eighth inning. You have to do something. Like, what are you saving these people for? Tomorrow, when you're one zip down, you're about to you could get swept. It's so stupid. He put us up against it, and then you go with Weaver. And as I said, his flat dick fastball doesn't fucking help us. Helps the Red Sox. Oh, God. I hated that lineup, Healy Ben's Heart. You know what that lineup says to me? And you know what the Aaron Boone's decision says to me? That says to me that Mike Fishman told him what to do. That did not seem like an Aaron Boone managed game. Because any self-respecting manager doesn't make those calls. And anyone who disagrees, just look at the opposite dugout. Alex Cora did basically the exact opposite of what Aaron Boone did. And it worked. That's actually a good strategy. If I'm the opposition manager, I'm just going to do whatever the exact opposite of what Aaron Boone does. I think it'll work out better in my favor. Aaron Boone doesn't trust his ace. I'm going to trust my ace. Aaron Boone decides to throw together a cobbled together bullshit analytic lineup. I'm going to just stick with the lineup that's gotten me here. Right? Aaron Boone, I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to Weaver. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just gonna try and write it out with my ace and then get me to my closer for a 4-out save. That's what I'm gonna do. Guess what worked? That's the difference. But AI and your Apple Macintosh fucking guys and those guys on their laptops, those analytics guys, they don't watch the game, they don't feel the game, they don't know the game. They don't know the player, they don't know the situation because analytics doesn't cover any of that. Analytics doesn't cover who has the balls for the big moment. Analytics doesn't cover for who has the stones for October for a do or die game. Analytics doesn't cover that. It is all projections, Egyptian magician. Yeah, statistically, with 2 outs, with 1 out in the seventh inning and nobody on, statistically, there's a very good chance that you're going to get out of that without giving up a run. Right? Statistically. So that's all analytics is statistics. Yeah, sure, statistically. But in October, you got to move aside from that. It can help you, but you really got to think, who do the Boston Red Sox really want to face? Right? And I can promise you they're waiting to face our bullpen. That's what they wanted. So if I'm the manager for the New York Yankees, I'm trying to avoid going to that bullpen. Right? And what did those dumb fuck announcers say? They said as soon as Max Fried's out the game, that's when Alex Cora is going to tell his guys, right, he's out. Let's go. That was the plan all along, to get Max Fried out the game. And the Yankees took him out of the game. The Red Sox didn't take him out the game. The Yankees took him out of the game. That's stupid. You helped the other team. That's why you can't make that call. You're being too cute. Stop being too cute. Move aside from the computer. Who would you rather face? Who would the Red Sox rather face? Max Fried or a random bullpen arm who's been inconsistent? I can guarantee you the latter. So don't go to the fucking latter. Go to the former. I'm trusting Fried. At least for one more batter. At least. It isn't. I'm not defending the bullpen because the bullpen was largely a complete disaster. But Boone put us in that spot. And that's what he keeps doing. Every postseason, he puts us in that spot. And I can't keep doing this anymore. Because this is ridiculous. You can't keep managing a stacked team out of the playoffs just because your computer. Yeah, that'll keep his job. Fuck that. Stand on your own. Stand on your own beliefs. Stand on your own beliefs as a manager, if Aaron Boone even has any. But as I said, I don't think Aaron Boone was managing that game. I think Mike Fishman was. I really believe that. I believe that was a Mike Fishman game. You look at that lineup, that's a Mike Fishman lineup. No Jazz, no Ben Rice. Well, let's just play random freaking a Rosario who hasn't played basically at all. He's going to play in the. He's going to be in the middle of the order in game one. I like Rosario. I'm kind of glad he played, but I wouldn't have had him in the middle of the order. What are you doing? They just got too fucking cute. They got too cute, and they got what they deserved. You can't keep doing this, man. We're going to have the same conversation tomorrow? I fucking hope not. We're going to have the same conversation Thursday? It seems more than likely. And Aaron Boone put us in that spot. How frustrating, because this team's good. You don't win 94 games by accident. You don't win 8 straight by accident. This team's good. Ride your momentum. Boone took away the momentum. That's freaking stupid, man. Right. Exactly. He's a great point here. Game 163, they send out a mid-May lineup. It's all over the place. They manage. That's one other thing about Aaron Boone that drives me insane is he doesn't manage with any urgency. He's always managing like it's May. He's always managing like it's May. He's always managing like he's got another series next week. He's got another series tomorrow. He's always managing with that mentality. That must be an analytics thing because any manager worth their salt wouldn't manage like that, but Aaron Boone does. And if anyone again disagrees with me, just look at the ALCS where we got swept by the Astros. It's only a couple of years ago. You won't have to look back that long. Remember the lineup that Aaron Boone sent out in game 1 of that ALCS? It was a massive disaster. It was a punt lineup, as Michael Kay put it. How did it work out for us? Well, we went on and got swept that rest of that series. It matters what you do at game 1. It matters what you do with a lineup. It sets the tone. Aaron Boone set a negative tone. And he sent the wrong tone out there today. Go with your gut, man. Ben Rice has been mashing. I'm trusting Ben Rice. I'm riding Ben Rice, baby. He's been mashing. No one wants to face Ben Rice. He's mashing. You take him out the lineup? Jazz Chisholm, damn near 40-40 a year. You take him out the lineup and he's fully healthy? He's played second base every single game. What are you doing? I just didn't make any sense. Like, you did this to yourself. Trent Grisham's been the leadoff hitter for basically all year. And he's batting to like a 900 OPS. Leading off, he's been a monster. And you take him out of the line. You take him out and put him down at the bottom of the order. That was a weird lineup, and it made no freaking sense. I hated it. I hated it. And it wasn't Monday morning quarterback because I actually tweeted under the Yankee post of the lineup saying this is a Mike Fishman lineup. I could fucking see it. I could fucking foresee it. I could see what was happening. I was like, oh no. Fishman got involved. But Aaron Boone is not. He doesn't manage with any kind of urgency. Like, what are you saving Max Fried for? I'll keep saying it. What are you saving him for? 102 pitches. What are you saving him for? At this rate, you could get swept. At this rate, you could be out by Thursday. There's no reason to save Max Fried. You're saving him. You're saving him for a series that you don't know exists yet. If you had Max Fried throw another 10 to 15 pitches, he gets you through 8 innings, and Bednar gets you through the 9th. Yankees win. Then the Yankees have a 90% possibility of going into the next series. That's how you manage. That's how Alex Cora managed. Why couldn't Aaron Boone do it? It was exactly the same scenario. It's exactly the same scenario. There was no difference between what the script would be for the Red Sox and the script would be for the Yankees. The difference between the two situations, even though they're identical, it was ace against ace, ace mowing down the other team, other ace mowing down the other team. It was exactly the same script. The only difference was Alex Cora and Aaron Boone. That was the main differential between this game. Alex Cora managed it like, say, a Joe Torre would have managed it. Or Joe Girardi would have managed it. Or an old school manager would have managed it. He managed it properly. He realized the gravity of the situation. He realized the gravity of the situation and he rode his ace. That was the difference. Aaron Boone did the exact opposite. That's why I prefer Alex Cora as a manager, because he manages the game with the urgency that it deserves. What's going on, Just Meg? Say, don't like your stream's best. I'm right here, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Egyptian magician, bunch of negativity. I'm sorry, did we just lose? You know what, Egyptian? Maybe we won. Did we win the game? I'm really sorry. We must have won the game. Maybe we're up. Maybe we're up 1-0. Am I? Am I insane? Not you. I hope not. Jeez. I'm just being realistic. And I've also said here, they have every chance of coming back. This team's stacked. But they win in spite of Aaron Boone, not because of him. And that's a big, big reason. That's a big, big problem. The difference is the managers, because the Yankees have a much better team than the Red Sox. I stand by it. The only big difference is they got Bregman at third base. He's an absolute machine, and we should have signed Bregman. That's a big, big L on our part. But they had Crochet, they had Bregman, but I think our lineup is so much superior to the Red Sox. We should have done better, but we didn't. And I think the big difference is the manager. Cora puts his team in a position to succeed. Boone doesn't. Itchy Nuts, one of my favorite names on YouTube. I have a couple points here. Right, let's go. White pitch to Bregman with open base and low on deck. Right, that run was huge. Exactly. Dominguez scores on that fly ball in the ninth. And put Jazz in for defense for Rosario and Chapman pitching. You have a lot of good points there. One thing I noticed was clearly Alex Cora told the Red Sox to take the extra base on us. And that's why they are a smart, managed ball club. They were like, take that extra base. They were even taking an extra base on Aaron Judge. They were testing that arm. And each time they did it, it worked in their favor. They got that extra base, and that meant that single put them up 2-1. They were always taking that extra base. Pay attention to it, because that was clearly something that Alex Cora told his guys to do. Take that extra base. That's something that the Yankees have not done a very good job with the trail runner. The Yankees have struggled with the trail runner all year long. It's something that Aaron Boone has not paid any particular attention to. The trail runner. He's very relaxed about this stuff. He shouldn't be, because details matter. The details matter, especially in the postseason. The details matter. It's all about the details. You pay attention to what the Red Sox were doing. They were constantly taking that extra base. Constantly. They were testing our arm. Because they know their scouts were telling them that the Yankees don't pay attention to the trail runner. And it really worked for them today. All those extra bases eventually worked in their favor, because they got the key runs that got them the win. That's the difference between Aaron Boone and Alex Cora. And I hope those people in Boston actually appreciate Alex Cora. Because as an outsider, I really do. That guy can manage the heck out of a game. He really can. He can manage the heck out of a ball game. Aaron Boone can't manage shit. How hard can it be? The game was set for him, man. Max Fried was pitching a 4-hit shutout. You're up 1-0. You only had 5 outs to navigate to get you to Bednar. How hard could it be? You couldn't do that? You couldn't figure that out? Then you're not worth your salt as a manager if you can't figure that out. You chose the wrong bullpen arm. That's on you. Yes, it is partly on Weaver. Absolutely. But who put Weaver in? Boone. This loss is on Boone. The lineup, the decision to take out your ace early, the decision to put in Weaver, the decision to leave Ben Rice sitting there on the bench. All that's Aaron Boone. Mike Fishman is, all pun intended, he's a rotten fish, bro. Mike Fishman, I wish Mike Fishman was a fisherman. I would have him on a boat to a fucking Alaska. Get lost on a lake in Alaska and never come back. Guy is a fucking disaster, man. The guy that I can't take this Mike Fishman anymore, man. He audited his own fucking analytics system just to confirm their own bias. That's who Mike Fishman is. And then he reared his ugly head tonight with that bumblefuck lineup. And Itchy Nuts is spot on. I was screaming at the TV to walk Bregman with the open base, then bang down the line. But that's but the computer doesn't tell you to do that. Or you can't put somebody on base. Or you can't have an extra runner on base. Oh no, so I'm going to pitch to their best hitter. Right, he audited himself just to confirm that he's fantastic. Ridiculous, man. Imagine that. Imagine you guys, right? Imagine your boss goes to you and goes, could you audit yourself to see if you're really good at your job or not? What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to fucking do? You know what, boss? I suck. I'm out of here. You can fire me. In fact, you don't need to fire me. I'm just going to resign and I'm not going to get a payoff. I'm just going to walk. All right? I suck. You're right. Is that really going to happen? No. That's not going to fucking happen. If you audit yourself, you're going to be like, I'm fucking great. What are you talking about? Fucking clown. That's another one I blame on this game. Mike Fishman. Because that whole his whole analytics thing malfunctioned as it does every October. Good Lord, man. It's so frustrating. Well, that was my diagnosis of game one, man. Diagnosis of game one. It was a mess. Boone fucked it. The lineup fucked it. Credit to them, though. Loading the bases in the ninth inning, they rallied. But those at-bats were putrid with runners in scoring position. They were putrid. Stanton's at-bat was putrid. Jazz's at-bat was putrid. Grisham's at-bat was putrid. Putrid at-bat, putrid at-bat, putrid at-bat. With the game on the line. Putrid. Terrible. Those were terrible at-bats. You couldn't get a fucking sac fly? So the lineups don't deserve. The lineup are just as culpable. Absolutely. They choked. The whole lineup choked apart from, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Volpe balls. He's a weird kid. He's absolutely awful, but in big moments, he seems pretty good. So I don't know about that kid, but he was good tonight. Like, he was a pest on the base paths, as you could see, because it confused Chapman and it got him in a scoring position. He did his job there. He was the only guy that drove in a run. So, you know what? Volpe is one of the only ones that comes out with any credit out of this game offensively. But the rest of the lineup was putrid. Judge, again, where are you? Stanton, Mr. 2000 OPS in the postseason. All you need to do is just, you had multiple opportunities and he blew it. So everyone was culpable. Everyone. Boone mostly, but everyone has to take their share of the blame for sure. Very frustrating. But it's not over. It is not over. I'm angry because once again I have to watch another October where Aaron Boone does something stupid. And no doubt he will continue to do some stupid stuff as this game progresses, as this if the Yankees progress much further. But no, you're right, Luca. He did go 2 for 4. He got a big hit in the ninth inning. That was key. It's just you need him to drive in runs, and he didn't do that. But I was more impressed with him in right field. I thought he made a hell of a play there. But it isn't over. Just Mix is reminding me it's not over. It absolutely isn't over. I quite like our matchup tomorrow. I like Rodon. I have a feeling that Rodon's going to ball. Rodon loves the big moment. He loves pitching with heart. He tends to pitch with a lot of heart, and I think he's going to battle out there. So I feel pretty good. And Aaron Boone isn't necessarily wrong when I mentioned what he said in the postseason that, hey, the Yankees have been kind of treating this past month like a Game 7, essentially. The Yankees have been playing Game 7 ball basically all September because they left themselves with no margin for error. And they actually ended up leveling up the division. Couldn't quite get that extra win because because it just didn't work out. But they did play and got very, very hot. So there's no reason why the Yankees couldn't keep doing that. The Yankees seem to have a little bit more about them than they have in previous years, so that's why I'm not counting them out. If this was a couple of years ago, I would be telling you guys find something else to do instead this team's cooked. But I'm not saying that about the Yankees yet. The Yankees have a very good team. It's stacked, and the pitching's in their favor in Game 2 and 3, so they can still do this. But they've made things infinitely harder for themselves. Infinitely harder. And they did it to themselves, which is very frustrating because the Yankees beat themselves. They have a manager that beats the team. They have a bullpen that beats this team. They beat themselves. If they don't beat themselves, they tend to win. Oh, God. Can you imagine if he stays regardless? I think you're right, by the way. The Yankees will be looking at go, hey, 194 games. What are you complaining about? It's a crapshoot. I know the script is already written, but I like Rodon in Game 2. I feel good about him. I think he's going to cook. And then you got Schlittler, who's a beast. So, they have a shot. They still have a shot. And I feel pretty good about Stanton's going to come through. He will. I've never seen Stanton fail in October yet. This is the first game that he's let us down. I don't think he's going to make a habit of doing that. So I do expect Stanton to come through tomorrow. Maybe even Judge. That would be nice. This team can do it. So I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just furious that they've blown another game that they didn't need to blow. Oh, Jared, is it wrong I don't have no faith anymore? Dude, this is what the Yankees have done to us. It ain't wrong. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying. It's not wrong at all, Jared. This is what the Yankees have done to us since 2018. It's the same script. It's the same script. That's why it's so frustrating. Absolutely, Luca. It ain't wrong. This is the same script as the Yankees have been following their October since 2018. It's the same script. Shoot themselves in the foot. Don't pay attention to the details. They pay no attention to the little details. Why are you pitching to Bregman with the bases empty? Fucking welcome. I feel better about pitching to anybody else apart from Bregman. Know what I'm saying? They don't pay attention to the details. They don't pay attention to trail runners ever. They've been ignoring it all year, and it's fine when you hit 15 home runs in a game, but in a pitching battle, every out matters. Every extra base matters, and the Yankees just don't pay attention to that shit. Who you call in the seventh inning is vital. Who you go to in the seventh inning is vital. Boone gets it wrong. They don't pay attention to the details. And they don't manage with any urgency. And it's the same in every single playoff since 2018. They will find a way to do something eminently stupider than they did the postseason before. That's what they've done. And they're very, very proud of it. That's why, Jared, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. You're not wrong. I feel you, brother. I really do. But if I'm going to give you a little bit of hope, and there should still be a little bit of hope, this is a good team. I'm not blowing smoke up the Yankees' ass. This is a very good team. If they can just not shoot themselves in the foot, they are a good team. Possibly the best team in the American League. If they don't shoot themselves in the foot. I have yet to find in October since Aaron Boone became manager that they don't shoot themselves in the foot. I'm still waiting on that. But that team is very good. Aaron Boone's already said this is the best team he's ever managed. And I tend to agree with him. This is a very good team. It's the most complete. There's no excuse for the Yankees to lose in the wild card series against the Red Sox. Not at home. No excuse. Go out and do it tomorrow. It's all you got. It's do or die. 27 ounce, go for it. What up, BC? Ohtani 2 homers? Of course. You knew the Dodgers were going to absolutely rake. The Dodgers always turn it on in October. Always. God, I hate living in LA. Oh, man. I think there's worse places to be fair. You could be in Queens. Could be a Mets fan. I do genuinely believe the Yankees will win tomorrow. If they don't, fire everyone. Right? Simple as that. So there will be a post-game tomorrow, and I will just do a post-game through this postseason. Seems to be a lot of fun. I can interact with you guys, rain or shine, happiness, misery, and maybe this is a completely pointless waste of time because the Yankees might just get swept tomorrow. But I will do it anyway. Anyway, hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Hit the sub button if you haven't already done so. Looking forward to chatting to you guys tomorrow. Don't forget Pinstripe Chronicles tomorrow. Rob and Uncle Taz. I did text Rob if he wanted to hop on, but he said I've wasted too much energy on these fucking idiots. So I think he's pissed. So I think it should be a fun show tomorrow. So check us out at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then we'll have a post game after the game tomorrow night. So have a good night, guys. Gotta still believe. Still gotta have some heart. Gotta have some faith. But yeah. Fuck Aaron Boone. Good night.